Hi everyone and welcome back. It's Denise. Today we're finally doing the tour of Tenpines Bluff. So this is the final tour here. So yay! I did this a lot in the live stream and building and whatnot. And so if you want to refer back to some of those old streams, I can link those in the description for you, just on how I built some of the things and whatnot. So coming up on the hill, I did not do like an overhead shot. I know a lot of people do a overhead shot. And so this is just kind of the entrance here. This is going to be a long one. I will put timestamps for each building that we go to. That way if you don't want to hear me blather on, you don't have to. So yeah, let's just get right into it here. So on the entrance, we have a little entryway guy here, and we have our bus for security. We've got a driver in there, and we've got some lights going on. So I have one guard up here, and she's just looking out. I think she's got a pretty good view from up here. I haven't really checked that out before. I guess she's got a pretty good view of them coming up the hill there. So that's kind of what she looks like from that angle. I put a couple of turrets up there, some lights in the window, and entering in also, I have a place for my doggies. So they are both in their houses there, and they're being good boys. And then also in the entrance here we have our beacon, and I have two sets of twins here, two sets of settler twins. I know I mentioned in the live stream I'd like to make a whole settlement of settlers that just look all the same, and so but I got two sets of twins for this one, so I thought it was kind of funny. But I built a laundromat here, and so we'll just go on the outside of it. On the back side there's a little smoke hole. For those of you that smoke or used to smoke, know kind of what the smoke hole is. There's a lot of Easy's tires around, so we can, if you find, see if you can count them all. I don't know how many there is. I just put them in random spots around the settlement. So this is what it just looks like kind of on the outside. And there's a little side partition thing here for some storage. And there is a little entryway back here to get into the side. And this circular part I just kind of made into a sitting area. We've got our Nuka-Cola machines all filled up. Here is the clothesline, and it looks like one of my hangers fell off. Dang it. But if that's the only thing that got messed up out of the whole thing, I'm not going to be too upset about that. But, yeah, I had my hangers up there just perfect. Oh well. You get the idea anyways. One fell off. So they have their sitting area just right here. There's their clothesline, and then here's their little entryway into the laundromat. The little sitting area out front. And let's go in. Now I built a custom-made washer and dryer, so we'll get to look at those. I also have a steamer over there as well. Here is the custom made dryer here. We put in there your tokens or your change. I thought the ice cooler looked like the bottom of a dryer. More places to hangers. And you guys know that ironing board is down at that little old house down at the bottom of that gorge thing. So it took a bit to drag that all the way back up here. Another sitting spot. Lots of clothes they're working on. Stuff they've gotten done. They've got all their stuff that they need to do the laundry. Weighing it to charge people proper prices. Coat rack, of course. So this is kind of like the old time washer where you crank it on the thing. I looked at some old pictures and that's kind of what they looked like. Now I could have done this better with the spinning wheel and then having it move, but I didn't think of that till after the fact. This is kind of an old build, so couldn't go back in here and change it. This is supposed to be a steamer, so you put the clothes on there and then steam them to get out the wrinkles. Some more just clothes and whatnots. Stuff to clean and iron and all that good stuff. Surprised everything stayed. I mean, because this has been fully decorated for a while, so I'm really shocked that everything stayed where it was. I guess I got lucky. There is another lady guard up here. So two of the twins, they're here doing scavenging. There's one twin that's here and the other twin is here, so they both look like this settler. And I dressed them in the same outfit. So we'll go up and look at her spot here. So she's got a pretty good vantage point too up here to shoot and whatnot, and she's got her backup turrets there in case she gets in a bind. Uh-oh, whoopsie. Okay, and here's that little house where you can't delete the beds, so I just try to do my best in here. I think I built I built on top of them, so they're kind of like hidden underneath there. So I just raised it up a little bit. And so this is just a little break room, kind of maybe for the guards and the twins there. Brought over some mannequins. This is supposed to be like a dresser that I made. With that, and you know I always have to do something with the mannequins, so the mannequins are right here kind of in this little rounded section. My friend Gary, which is Loco 4-Pack, wanted me to build this. So Gary Bear, this is for you. Oh, my weird mannequin thing. And then the workstation, I really kind of decorated that up quite a bit, so it doesn't even look like the workstation anymore, but it's pretty cool looking. We got some little dudes fighting up there with their swords, some skulls giving a stare down to each other. This place hasn't been attacked in a while either. So I've gotten really lucky, I think, with just this build in general. And then the guys that come for the caravan, those traders, I just gave them a little covered spot here so they could hang out and they wouldn't be out in the rain. And here is the merchant shop. This is the side of it now. This idea for the support system came from my friend, Fallout Gamer, Nikita. I'll link her channel. I know she built a support system with some of these filing cabinets, and then I used it in also Piper's cabin when I was doing that over there, and I forgot to mention her before, so sorry about that, Nikita. I love you, girl. They like to hang out here, even the settlers. They seem to like this little spot here. So I'll just go over to the merchant shop. Got a little balloon light up there that's kind of weird that I made. Here's some more of Easy's tires. I kind of built it in front of this tree. I don't know what I was thinking. It's kind of hard to see from a distance. It's kind of hidden there, I guess, which I guess is good. Means he won't get robbed as much, right? It's just on the outside. I think there's plenty of turrets, so, and this is just the back end of it. I really tried to keep everything kind of separate and not have everything, you know, too cluttered up. So here's our merchant guy and his robot friend. And I've got them running the shop here. Oh, and that's another throwback to Gary. We had built a robot in one of his old builds that I did for him called Bra. So it's an old joke. It's between Gary and me. We'll get it's from one of the old builds. Well, any of y'all that's been around since I did Vault 88 would know that joke. Been doing this kind of shelf on top of this shelf with the magazine thing. I've been doing that for a long time. I like the look of it. So it looks like there's some texture issues with that thing there. I don't know what's going on. I guess I got too much junk decoration here. I don't know what, I guess I put stuff in that cabinet but not that one. Now we'll try to just squeeze back here. I don't know if I can or not without knocking everything over. Everything's like so perfect. And Mr. Robot Guy always likes to get in the way. So we'll see if we can squeeze back here and see his little bed and couch area. And see, I'm getting a little bit of lag anyways, you know. Alright, so that's the merchant stand there. Hope you guys like that. Okay, now let's go over here to the Salon, Tenpines Salon. I think, was this the other lady I had twins? No, it was two sets of guy twins. So I don't know what her job is. She must be a scavenger because she stands out here a lot. There's one of the twins. So here is the, I don't use these lions a lot, so I thought I would finally use one outside the salon here. Yeah, this must be her scavenging station over here. A lot more of Easy's tires. You can kind of see the different layers I made to do this one back here, because it's kind of a multi-level. Some things didn't snap right, and that's okay, you know, those things happen. It's not perfect. It's on the outside. There's other stuff over here. We'll get to you in a minute, kitty cats. Almost always have to make a place for the animals, because I think it's always a nice thing to do. So here we go on our salon. There's a nice sitting area out here for anyone that wants to hang out. Put their feet there. Maybe they just got a pedicure and they want to dry their toenails or something. I don't know. There is lots of drinks. There's Vim. Ooh, I left a rug there. That's usually not like me to leave a rug there. Oh well. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Quick pan. Woo! And y'all always know those things outside a barbershop, those little twirly things. That's what those are supposed to be. So they're not moving, but you know, what can you do with no mods, right? Lots of stuff to drink. And there's more goodies on the inside. This is kind of a dual purpose salon. They've got, you know, other supplies in here too. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about here in a second. I really wanted to try to make this like a real salon, so hopefully you guys will appreciate this. There's a waiting area here. And then we have our receptionist. She's gonna take your appointments and whatnot here. More drinks. I don't know, I built this weird shelf thing here. I'm not sure what. I wanted a shelf there and then it looked like it wasn't supported, so I used the conduits for that. Now these are supposed to be hair dryers, these lamps. They're supposed to be like the old time, you know, you put your hair in the hair dryer and it kind of looked like a little ball on your head, the old time ones. And actually when the settlers sit in these chairs, it looks pretty realistic. So it's kind of cool looking when they finally do sit down in them. Lots of stuff, lots of supplies. Over here too, they, like I said, they just have a little bit of everything. I guess they're using the paint there for some kind of hair dye maybe. So we've got station 1 and station 2. And then we've got a little sweeper there to sweep up, and then we've got a mirror. And then our cutting stations where they're going to cut and style the hairs is over here. They've got just, you know, the hairbrush, the oil, the applicator, scissors. And then over here they have, you know, like the highlighter for the hair. If they want to straighten their hair, they just use the iron there. Tweezers, scissors. Now, the mirrors here, I try to use my toilet mirror that I made a long time ago. But the toilets were not working for me. Excuse me. Then I was trying to do, I think the original mirror was done by Sheck. He was using the back of the file cabinets, I think. And I tried that as well. That wasn't working. So I had to turn around the lighted pictures from Nuka World and use that side of it and just kind of layer it in there like that. And I can't remember who originally turned that around and did that, used it for a mirror. But yeah, that's what that is. They're just kind of layered in there. And same with the station here. And I used the Thirst Zapper. I thought they looked like hair dryers, so those are their hair dryers. I put different chairs in the seat so it looked a little bit more fancy. And you can tell it's merged, but it doesn't look too bad. Same thing over, I just tried to mirror both sides. There's a radio there. And then up here is the washing stations. So it looks like pretty much like when you go in the salon and they, you know, tilt you back and wash your hair. Some fans over here just to keep it cool. more supplies and whatnots. Yeah, so that's our salon. Hope you guys like it. They stay where they're at. I mean, they don't move around a lot, so they've stayed assigned. They were acting weird at first, but they finally kind of settled themselves. Like, she used to be on top of the roof a lot, and then she finally started sitting in the chair again, so I feel like some of the quirks in this game will eventually iron itself out if you just give it a little time. But yeah, that is the Tenpines Salon. A little bit unrealistic, but fun nonetheless. And here's just a regular old planter station. Now these were inspired by my friend Wordy Purdy from a long time ago. He used to do these tiered garden plots, and so every time I build one I think of him. Some more of Easy's tires, stuff we would need for the garden and all that good stuff. And these are the other set of twins over here. I think this is the dude with the mustache. I can't, there he is. Okay, hello. So it's him, two of those guys that look the same, and then two of the other kind of bigger set guy. Oh yeah, this is her station over here. So somebody else has got that station over there, I'm not sure who. So on the side of the salon there is an area to fix up your weapons and all that good stuff. And we'll just take a look at this real quick. A lot of just detailed small items here that are always hard to kind of decorate with, especially if you're trying to want to get them on there straight and whatnot. Another one of Easy's tires. Some stuff down here. I forgot there was different sizes of the Mr. Handy fuel, and then I realized I forgot how many I actually had, and it was like, oh goodness. So lots of stuff over here on this station too. I think it's so cluttered, I don't know what the original stuff that was on it is even there anymore. So lots of stuff over here. And then we just filled in that hole that was here. There's like a big trench hole there. Just filled that in with some regular old scrappy wood pieces. And then there's the water pump over here. That fit pretty good over here. And then did the old water pump trick where it looks like water's coming out. I guess I could have put something down there that was blue to make it look like there's water in there. But here's the cat spot. They're just hanging out there. They stay pretty close to their area as well. They're kind of on a little hill there. I thought that was a perfect spot for them. All right, and now this last one is kind of like the bunkhouse, I guess. We'll just go. And this one I think is the auto close door, is it? Yes, okay. I just did some more of my funny beds and whatnot in here with the tiki things. Oh, someone must be coming in behind me because I just got pushed. Oh, it was the door. Okay, and then there's this room. I think I partitioned this off. And then this one over here. Now this particular bed idea comes from one of my old building friends called John of all Trades. Now, when he did it, he did two of the, what are these things called from the Nuka world? The little fence post things. He stacked one on top of each other, and then that old nasty mattress fits in there like really well. And I've built one too before, but this is just kind of a partial one. I don't even know what that is on the bottom there. It's like a sleeping bag on top of something. I don't even know anymore. Okay, so let's go on the upstairs half. Now up here I had the doors on there, and then I was like, it feels kind of cramped. So I took the doors off. So just to give it a little bit more room up here. Did some of my couch bunk beds. And I totally forgot who's assigned to these bedrooms. I think the twins are the pyromaniacs, and then the other two twins are in the bedroom right below. Are these the pyromaniacs? Yeah, these are the pyros. So I remember making this in the live stream. It's a barbecue bed. And so it's just a sleeping bag inside the barbecues. Yeah. Which I guess if you're going to sleep in it, it would like protect you from whatever, bullets maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. So hopefully you guys get a kick out of that. But yeah, it fit in there really, really great. So it makes a pretty cool looking bed. And just some more knickknacks and stuff on the shelf. And last bedroom. Oh, this was the parking meter bed. That looks cute. And then just some more, I don't know, this person likes steak, I guess. I don't know. All right. Yay, yay. That is about it, guys. I mean, so hopefully it wasn't too long and it wasn't too boring for you guys. But yeah, I've been meaning to record this for such a long time. So please forgive me for my procrastination there with this build. I'll just run on the back side so you can see, you know, how I hook up electricity and blah, blah, all that stuff. I really didn't mind that the electricity was showing on this one. Sometimes I like to run it underneath the ground and hide it, and sometimes I'm just like, meh, I don't really care. So, but yeah, I love this settlement. I keep coming back and hanging out, and so I wish I don't know where the other twins are, but they're pretty fun to see up here working together. So I think that's probably what I'll probably do at Markwater. I'll try to make all the settlers look the same, just for grins and giggles. Where's the other guy, man? He's like never here. Oh, well. Okay, well, I hope everyone is doing well and you're happy and healthy in your lives. Guys, I will see you in the next one, and take care. Bye. Thanks for watching.